Hello, fellow Wayfinders. This is Flip and Flow Living. I'm Jennifer Furtman, and thank you for joining me on my yoga teacher training journey, where I started this channel not just to talk about my teacher journey, but to talk about the subtle shifts in life. Yoga, living your house, and even your land. And sooner or later, I am going to get some of my stuff that I do around my land and my living, because there's little things that you can do to just exponentially create better. Today we are going to be talking about Baddha Virabhadrasana. So as we know, Virabhadrasana 1 is Warrior 1 pose. That is a typical front foot forward, hips squared, back foot at a 45-degree angle, hips in a neutral position, and then palms up. And then we're going to be leaning forward. But before I go into that, I actually want to talk about the subtle shifts before we get into it. And I think it's easier to explain when we're not in there. So I'm going to give a couple little tips that not only I've learned, but in my practice that I have come up with. So when we're going into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose, it is typically done with your hands behind your back. Two things that I'm going to talk about here, because I know sometimes you get confused when you grab your hands behind your back, you always grab the same way. One of the tips that I do is whatever leg is back, that pinky can be on the bottom. So if my right leg's back, when I grasp for my hands, my right pinky, I don't know if you can see that, is on the bottom. So that way when you do your left leg, left pinky's on the bottom. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but if you are like me and you kind of like to switch things up and keep things balanced, that's a good way to do this. The other thing we're going to talk about is that Virabhadrasana, or Baddha Virabhadrasana, humble warrior pose, is two poses, and you get your choice. It's your practice. It can be a strengthening pose or a lengthening pose. So don't feel when you're in there, if you're really tight in the shoulders like me and you're just having one of those days and your yoga teacher is cueing you to go into humble warrior pose and your hands over your head and you're just not feeling it, drop your hands down. So I'm going to talk about both of those. So before we get into the actual pose itself, I do want to talk about shoulder opening. I currently, right now, have been doing a lot of staining. I'll show you that project later where we're making some shifts in our RV garage, and it has got my shoulder kind of locked up, and I have tight shoulders to begin with. You know, I'm one of those people when you're on your back and you're doing your arches and stuff, my back doesn't bend, and I can feel it right here, right now. So let's talk about this. When your hands go behind your back, a lot of people just try to go to straighten. They're out here like this, or they're just go straight into straightening, you know, and obviously other people would have their hands clasped that have more mobility, and they're right out there. I don't want you to think about that, and this is something that Briony Smith in my training I love, she had taught. When you bring your hands together, you squeeze your palms, truly squeeze them. Feel the forearm engagement. You can actually do this in the front right now. Squeeze those palms together. Keep your elbows and shoulders back and then push down. And you're gonna really feel that even in the front grabbing, kind of more within this area, that complete engagement. We want that same thing to the back. So as your hands, you know, glaze up, inhale, palms touch, palms out, sweep them back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the palms together, keep the elbows bent. That's the subtle shift. We don't want to hyperextend, and it's not about just trying to lift off there. It's really more about squeezing those palms together, squeeze the elbows together to bring those shoulder blades in. Inhale to lift the chest up simultaneously while pushing the knuckles, driving the knuckles to the floor. That type of engagement is going to really be more beneficial to opening the shoulders. So next, the other thing that we're going to talk about is from Virabhadrasana 1, a lot of times it's a narrow stance, and some people even teach heel to heel Virabhadrasana 1. it is very important when you go into humble warrior that you widen and lengthen your stance. So bring your front foot out a little bit, maybe even your back foot. Make sure that your outer back foot is reaching towards the ground. It's opposing, they're out and in at the same time. I'm gonna even go a little bit wider. I'm hugging my inner thighs together while trying to keep as much as I can a forward motion. That means keeping my right glute back. So we want really wide and lengthening. Neutral pelvis. Make sure that you're not doing this. Keep those ribs knitted in. So even as we're gonna cue and you are going up, you're keeping the ribs knitted in and raising your chest up. Those are very, very important. So the other thing is that when you're down in the pose, like I said, if you're down in the pose, this pose is strengthening. Dropping your hands is the same pose, but maybe you feel like you need a little more flexibility and length for the day. So go ahead and drop those hands. You can even turn your palms back and kind of even pull yourself more. You're gonna feel it a little bit more into your back, opening up your neck, opening up your thighs, and you're gonna feel it in a different position. Neither one of them are one or the other. It's a personal yogi choice. So I think that's it. Let me kind of look at my notes. Again, we are in my living room today because Remy's not feeling good. She has a genetic liver condition that she was born with and has got some seizure activities. So the lighting might not be the greatest, I apologize, but we're here, we're supporting her, and we're still learning our Baddha Virabhadrasana 1. So I'm gonna try to cue it. Join along with me. We're going to come to the back of your mat. Let's take an inhale, gaze up, palms touch, ribs knitted in. Exhale, turn your palms out. Bring your hands together, squeeze those palms, bring your elbows in, keep them slightly bent. Drive the knuckles down as you lift up. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, fold forward. We're just gonna do a little bit of stretching out. You might catch this, I'm still learning teaching. So bring your palms down to your side. Let's start again. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Step your left foot forward. We're gonna do that again. Make sure that we get proper alignment, squeezing those inner thighs in, straightening the hips. Put your hands on your hips, you can kind of feel it. Outer back foot reaching out. Inhale the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, sweep your hands down, squeeze your palms together, drive your knuckles down, ribs knitted in. Exhale to fold forward. When you're in this forward fold, go ahead and step that front foot out a little bit. You might even want to lengthen that back foot back. Keep the shoulders and elbows reaching together and then squeeze up, drop your head down. If you're more flexible than I am, go ahead and put your head to the ground and reach your arms up farther. Make sure that you're plugging your left femur into the hip socket and squaring. If you are uncomfortable in this position, go ahead and drop your hands down to the ground. Drop your head down. Make sure that you're still engaging within your thighs. You can turn your palms back and you can pull just a little bit more. Now for your exit of this, root down, push through your feet. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, step your back foot forward. Inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your side. Go ahead and step your left foot back. Go ahead and widen your stance a little bit. Heel toe your front foot out. Push down through your back leg. Inhale, gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, left pinky out. Squeeze those palms together, squeeze those elbows together. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, lower and fold down to the inside of your right leg. Plug the right hip socket back. Drop your head, squeeze, and make sure that you breathe. Go ahead and drop your hands down just to feel the flexible pose. You can lengthen your stance and maybe heel toe out a little bit. Make sure that you're driving this back, your front leg hip back. This is the right leg. And go ahead and drop down. You might be able to bring your elbows to the floor or place your elbows on a block. Root down, push through your feet, engage through your inner thighs. Inhale to come up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. This is Baddha Virabhadrasana 1. I hope you found some little tips that can make that pose more accessible for you. This is Flip and Flow Living. I'm Jennifer, and I'll show you a little clip of Remy. Send her some get well thoughts. Bye for now.